Oh, good enough necessities for I and I to dwell together. Oh, yes, in the light of Daath. Oh, yes, let us live as one brother and sisters. If you are wicked man, you cannot enter the kingdom of Zion. Oh, no, no, no. If you are evil woman, you cannot enter the promised land of Ethiopia.
Alright, cool. Why am I doing this? Well, as with all things, there's a time and a season and a place for everything. Dennis Brown said that. But the real reason is, I suppose, I'm not shook anymore to let people know what I know, if you want to put it like that. If anyone, for those of you that understand astrology, year 2000 we moved out of the age of Pisces into the age of Aquarius, which is well known in spiritual circles. That was the movement from the age of belief, group organized action, into the age of knowing. And it started off with the age of information, the IT boom, the .com thing. Everything you used to get in and have to go to the library for, you now get on the internet. It triggered off and sparked off the gene for wanting to know more, wanting to understand more, wanting to be known, wanting to be informed. But it's changed, right? Because you're not gonna get another Martin, you're not gonna get another Malcolm, you're not gonna get another Marcus. You're not gonna get people, that ring the rallying call for a big group and organise to go and do something. That time's done. It's about self now. It's about everyone being on their own journey, their own path, but with the same understanding of the work that needs to be done. And the work that needs to be done is an individual, an inward-looking observation and analysis of who you are and why you do certain things, and what things in your life contribute to the same habits, and consistent behaviours that you seem to express in specific scenarios and just in general. Because those consistent patterns of behaviour create what's known as a paradigm. And a paradigm is basically your experience of your reality of your life based on the behaviours that you keep exhibiting. And believe it or not, unless you are aware of those behaviours and where they come from, they can be programmed. And those that are unaware are subconsciously manipulated into believing certain things, into going with the trends that they see in the media and the news. And 1 minute you're up, 1 minute you're down. They tell you, they tell you economy is great and you should feel good and this, that, and the next minute they tell me your energy crisis and prices are going down or whatever to bring you back down. People start, the country's gloomy, and then they give you an event to go and celebrate to try and bring up national morale. It's a joke. They're playing a game with you because you don't understand. You don't see the game for what it is, because you don't have what? Daath, you don't have knowledge, you don't have understanding. You're not able to lift the veil of your experience of reality because you're not informed. And you think that you are helpless. It's weird because even in religions and whatnot, they tell you that you're made in the higher power's image, and then will not accept that the higher power makes mistakes, which is plausible, fine, no problem with that. Therefore, by design, you are perfect. There's only one type of perfect though. No one is more perfect than another. There's one type of perfect. So if we're already perfect in our design, What's the problem? It's the awareness of that perfection that we lack. It's the ignorance of that perfection that we lack. We have perfection around us 24/7. Sunrise, sunset, and even while the sun isn't up, perfection's still around. There's a natural order of things which keeps it in balance, it keeps it in check, creates certain things when it's time to create, destroy certain things when it's time to destroy. Everything has a time and a season and a place, like I said before. Yeah. You got to be able to put things in its proper place, in its proper order. People are hungry for more, man. People are hungry for more, but they're waking up to this new reality. What do I mean by that? Like, people are becoming more aware of what they eat. People are becoming more aware of the clothes that they're wearing and how it's being sourced. People are becoming aware of the impacts on their environment, which is all great things. But it's a hallmark of a bigger shift and a bigger change, where people are becoming more spiritually sensitive. Something that's sitting right again with everyone. I'm hearing that on the news. I'm like, so I don't sit right maybe with that. I'm not sure if I trust that again, like I used to. Because spiritual sensitivity to waking up, something that knows inside of you is speaking to you. But because we are not trained to learn to listen to that voice, we ignore it and rely on external forces to tell us how to think. When you're created in perfection, you don't need something to tell you how to think. You know, but you have not been taught how to know, how to trust yourself, how to trust your own thought. Listen, the voice that you use in your head to read, for example, you hear it clear as day, yet no sound is being made. There is no one around, but you listen to it, and yet you never once ask yourself where that voice comes from. Who are you? You understand? It's about going into the self, because out of the darkness cometh light. Out of the Daath cometh knowledge. You have to reveal and peel back the layers to be able to see that which is hidden, just like a snake that sheds its skin. When it's time to grow to a new level or something new, you shed that skin. You can look back and reference and say, yeah, that used to be me. I can see my old frame in that, but I'm on something new. I'm in this now. You feel me? But guess what? That new skin that you're in, you couldn't see it before. It was what? Hidden. And only going through a process of agitation and growth and sometimes a bit of difficulty are you able to reveal that which is hidden. You go into the Daath to reveal that which is hidden and bring it out into the light. That is your purpose. That's your role. That's what the whole point of Daath, the Daath Path really is about. First thing you've got to do is get rid of this fear of darkness. As I just said, out of the darkness cometh the light. We know what light is. We know what light does for us. We know how we feel when sunshine start licking your skin. You know what I mean? Summertime things, everything change up. You know what I mean? Vibes start running different. It's nice. Why is that? What is it about light and how it interacts with us that makes us feel like that? Everyone does it. Just come from a little thing in the summer and that. Good vibes. You feel me? Wouldn't quite hit the same if the sun went up. Everyone can kind of acknowledge that. Why? No one asks why. Where does that light come from? Oh, okay, so if I can observe what light is and what it does. And if it comes out of darkness, and what is that? What should that tell me about darkness then? And why is there such an effort that you should fear it and stay away from it, and it has a negative connotation? If the thing that which we are actually, which is light, fragments of light, comes from that. Hold on a minute, didn't all religions tell me that my soul and my being and my light comes from a higher power and the creator? So then where would the creator be? Because the creator would be before light. It would send forth light. I think you're getting what I'm saying now. So this is what we're trying to do. Just open up people's minds. I don't care what religion you follow either, to be honest. Religions are useful. I come out of Christianity and then going through understanding my history, my heritage in relation to what people that look and sound like me and come from where I come from said about our place in the world and how we interact with the unseen. I then began to see, the stuff that's in these religious texts is actually useful once you know how to read it, once you know what they're actually talking about. These are the signposts that are missing on the path for people, because they get to this new spiritual awareness and sensitivity, and then they're like, well, I really don't know. I know what I feel, but what I face every day doesn't really match up. I don't see how I'm going to apply that, and it's going to benefit me. At the level that they're beginning to approach, what you come to realize is that you don't need signposts on the path, because what you feel is the right direction is the right direction. And not everyone is ready to, one, take on that level of responsibility or have that level of confidence and trust within themselves about the things that they want to do and the things that they desire. So they need a bit of help. And that's the whole process of slowly unveiling the layers as you begin to grow in knowledge. How you're then able to apply that knowledge, and then becomes power. You now have a new lens in which to view the world. You put that lens up and you start revealing things to yourself. You uncover from the darkness that which was once hidden from you. You bear your own light. Nah, don't let me get onto that. That's a whole nother thing, talking about a light bearer. But we ain't trying to scare no one today. Religion can Religion can be useful on this journey, but it's not necessary. It's not necessary, because you were born you. We already established that you must come into this situation perfect. It's just the awareness and the perception of that perfection that you lack. And that lack of awareness is what causes some of the difficulties that you face in your life. Someone had to teach you your religion. But this is about getting in touch with the inner you. And religion can be an excellent vehicle in order to be able to do that, but it's not the final destination. It should be like a service station on the journey, because you're supposed to go beyond that. There's 3 levels of spiritual understanding, which includes religion. One is understanding the story within the scriptures or the text, the story that's being told, or the mythology. Then the next step is to understand the ceremony that supports the message that comes from the myth story in the scriptures. This is an example of this would be christenings, weddings, any other of them rituals that you have in these other religions. Without being, and I say that respectfully, but the whole point I'm trying to address is, once you have the physical act, there is something that goes beyond the physical act, beyond the physical ritual, where you begin to understand what the ritual is actually talking about. It's not so much, for example, marriage. The ceremony of marriage is, yes, 2 people coming together to signal their union, right? That's a physical process. There's a spiritual process that is meant to happen before you get to the ritual, really and truly. But the ritual is about focusing an energy and an intention on a particular point, on a particular message. And the spiritual process, the metaphysical meaning behind that marriage, is that the 2 become one. You reconcile the opposites, which is a mystery. But a mystery that can be unveiled, again, revealed, shed light upon in the dark. Go into the dark to reveal the true meaning, and then it gives it allows you to have a fuller experience of what you're doing with that newfound understanding. This is for everyone. This is for everyone, regardless of where you are, what you follow, and what you believe. Does it work for you? And do you know how to make things work for you? So if you do choose to pick up a religion, you know what you're doing with it to get real results. Control your thoughts, control your environment, align your actions, and see your results and see your outcomes. I ain't giving you no more now. More content's coming. I'm going to leave, there's a YouTube channel, The Daath Path. I'm going to leave that down in the description below. Please liking up, following the page. I'm seeing a lot of love on the page already. I'm just starting this out. Information like this, videos like this will just be one part of it. Like I said, this is a demonstration of a way of life. So there's going to be more coming from the Daath Path other than just this. So just stay tuned for that. And let's get into this, man.